we even start this video, Luka Doncic is a Los Angeles Laker. I literally don't know where to go with this story. This was the most insane sports story of all time. I know I'm recording this the day, like the night it happened. Takes a little bit to edit these videos. I'm still in shock. I'm sure 2 days from now when this comes out, I'm still gonna be in shock. Luka freaking Doncic got traded for Anthony Davis and only 1 first-round pick. Wow. I hope the Lakers don't make a bunch of trades in between recording this video and me putting this video out. 28-19, February 1st, coming off a win against the Knicks. Lakers get it done, the trade. And right now, the roster is kind of funky. We've got Austin Reeves, Luka, Dorian Finney-Smith, LeBron. So obviously, I feel like the rebuild move is try to win with LeBron and Luka, and then build around Luka for the future. That's kind of the move of the rebuild here. So the interesting piece in all this is Austin Reeves, because Austin Reeves is only getting paid $13 million. Yeah, like this guy is on, I would say, the best contract in the entire NBA. This guy can run an offense and he's gonna cost 14. So low key, you wouldn't want to trade a player like this, especially when you've got LeBron and Luka making so much money, but he's probably the pathway to getting the center we need to make this team go, because we need big men. We got no rim protection right now at all. So what's crazy is I could take a trade like this, Austin Reeves for Jalen Duren. I think it instantly makes the team way better. Normally when I do these rebuilds, I would say something like this is unrealistic. And you know what? I still think it's unrealistic, but we just saw what happened. But still, that's a little too unrealistic for me. I feel like outside of Mavericks, crazy land, that teams aren't gonna be doing stuff like that as much. But one trade that is speculated to be happening, and I think this would be more for our bench, because I don't think this guy is a great fit with Luka and LeBron in the starting lineup. Theoretically in the works, it gave Vincent for Jonas Valanciunas framework. Now, I felt like when the Wizards signed Valanciunas, the whole point was just to trade him because literally the guy is good. Why is he on this Wizards team? I don't actually think Valanciunas is a great fit with LeBron and Luka, but I like him as a backup big. Gabe Vincent for Jonas Valanciunas straight up. Don't think it's gonna happen. They're gonna counter with Austin Reeves and Rashawn Holmes. I don't think so. I think maybe Gabe Vincent and picks. I mean, that's why they signed Valanciunas, is just to pick up these picks. So I'm offer Gabe in 2 seconds. They are going hard at Austin Reeves, so I'm not gonna make that trade. We need to find a center. Like this, that's literally the #1 goal to really try to make this team. I honestly think we can win the title if we get a center. Can I package Reeves with another high salary guy with Gabe Vincent to get the salaries up? I mean, this trade is interesting, but Clint Capella, I mean, I want good value. Reeves is really good. Like I want something decent for him. I'm having a hard time finding this trade that makes sense for us. So this is an interesting trade. It may seem unrealistic at first, but you got to remember Reeves and Vassell are pretty similar quality players, at least by 2Ks overall. At the moment, I think Reeves is actually better. But would you rather pay Vassell $27 million a year, or would you rather pay Austin Reeves 13? I mean, with the Spurs cap situation, Wemby being on a rookie deal, I feel like it makes sense to switch this out. So we get Vassell, a guy we can keep long term. More importantly, I just get a center. I get Charles Bassey here. I get a center, but I lose Rui, so that is tough. This might be a really risky trade on your boy's part, but we're not going anywhere without the bigs. Okay, I still feel like we gotta figure something out. So Gabe Vincent's been playing a little bit better for the Lakers lately. He's got that $11 million contract, which means theoretically maybe we can find some sort of move for Gabe now that he's been playing better. I don't even care if I get a mid backup. I just need a decent backup because Maxi Kleber ain't it. Luka Garza is only a 71 overall. Can I package Gabe in some seconds? Will anybody take my seconds? Problem is, I don't want to trade Connect. He's going to be a good, valuable piece for a long time. Vanderbilt, like, we need a perimeter defense. Shake Milton, I feel like I like Shake Milton on a $3 million contract. I just don't think Jackson Hayes is very good, which is why I'm trying to move on from him. I'm going to trade them for Yusuf Nurkic, who's been benched in Phoenix, has been unhappy in Phoenix. Now, Nurkic is getting paid way too much, but he's going to be my backup big. So right now, I've got Luka Doncic, Vassell, Finney-Smith, LeBron James, Charles Bassey. Off the bench, I got Vanderbilt, Nurkic, Connect, and dude, honestly, I'm not gonna go that deep into this bench. I'm probably gonna play like 9 deep in the regular season and 8 deep in the playoffs, because this team is just not where, like, the depth is not there. That's where I'm a little confused on how we're gonna get to depth. But we're 28-19. Lakers are the 5 seed right now. Now, the team I want to avoid is obviously Denver. Let's simulate this first regular season and see how we do. Now, what's nice for the Lakers is we have this Warriors game, which we're going to win. Pacers Jazz back-to-back, then Hornets and Trailblazers. I mean, the Lakers have a really soft schedule to start out this post-Anthony Davis era. Interestingly, we blew out the Mavericks. We got smoked by the Nuggets, and the Nuggets are the team that really scares me now. I know Jokic didn't struggle against Anthony Davis in those real-life series, but man, what is Jokic going to do to this Lakers team now that we don't have Anthony Davis? We don't have that size. We don't have all the goods, bells, and whistles that we need to get the job done. I'm a little afraid about that. Shea wins the MVP as we all expect. Sar, Rookie of the Year, did not expect. We got All-NBA second team for LeBron James. Luka missed a bunch of games, so he is not on an All-NBA team. Anthony Davis makes the defense team for the Mavericks. And we ended up being the number 2 seed in the conference. 53 wins. Luka played really well. LeBron played well. 32 for Luka, 25 for LeBron. Just a good showing for both. Okay, playoffs. We're going to go to that 8-man rotation now. And what would you look at that? We have in the first round the Dallas Mavericks. If this series were to happen in real life, Luka Doncic would put on a clinic, which is, I think, what is going to happen here. Let's simulate the round. Wow, we win in 7. Okay. Scary situation. But in that game 7, LeBron and Luka combining for 53 points. Wow, Luka +9, LeBron -14. Bad showing from your boy LeBron James. Now we got the Clippers. This is kind of a interesting matchup. They got Harden, they got Leonard. I mean, this is still a pretty damn good Clippers team. I was very wrong about this team coming into the year. I thought they were going to be a lot worse. They've been proving me wrong pretty bad. Let's make a game plan. Clippers, we just made our game plan, and they take game 1 by a single point. They take game 2. There's no way. We have the ultimate Clipper killer, Luka Doncic, on the team, but we might go down here. It's 3-3. We're going to another game 7. Feel like we should win this. I really feel like we should win this. We've got Luka Doncic, the Clipper killer. We've got LeBron James. He ain't losing to the... Okay, he's going to lose. He's going to lose. LeBron James. We go down in round 2. That is not what I thought. I mean, we really got to upgrade the big spot, man. Celtics, T-Wolves. Surprising given the T-Wolves season. Celtics win again. Okay, here we go. LeBron retires. Okay, now things get interesting. Okay, the Heat with the number 2 pick, a little interesting and scary there. We have the 2 second-round picks that I tried to trade to everybody, and I'm just getting offered second-round picks for. We need a big. I'm going to take 7-2 Zivnor Ivazic. Okay, Vinny Smith's coming back on a player option. No qualifiers going out. So Charles Bassey, I kind of need to re-sign. No one else I really need to re-sign, which means I have... How do I have no cap space? So first order of business in the offseason, we got to clear our cap sheet out. We've got some guys we got to move on from. Nurkic, who we knew was going to kind of be a little issue with the money. Wow, a lot of teams were trying to give me draft picks for this. I'm going to take the Spurs draft pick here. We live in a fantasy world where everyone will just give the Lakers what they want. So it is what it is. Finney Smith, I like, but with Vando on the team, obviously Finney Smith's got more offense, more shooting juice. But the thing with Finney Smith is I'm just afraid of... him getting worse. He's 32 years old. That's what scares me here. Kleber, though, has to go. Why do teams want to give me draft picks for Kleber? This doesn't even make sense. Like, I don't want to take these because no team is giving up a first-round pick for Maxi Kleber. All right, a Celtics Spurs swap in 28. That actually is pretty useless. I guess he's a spacing big. We'll take this pick. It's the worst one I could get there. I'm going to make a run at Clint Capella here. 3-year deal, $21 million. I think that's going to get the job done. It does get the job done. So I've added Clint Capella. I want a big with size here. Obviously, the Mavs, they went to the finals playing guys like PJ Washington at the 4. Precious Achua, B+ three-point shooter. I mean, PJ Washington wasn't a great three-point shooter. They got it done. I like Precious. You know, at 25, him or Aldama. I feel like I signed Aldama in a lot of these rebuilds. I mean, why don't I try to do it again? You're tall. You can shoot. You seem like you'd fit good on my team. I'm also going to send the offer out to Achua, though, in case we miss out on Aldama, and he's cheaper. Okay, we get Achua, so we're going to miss out on Aldama then. All right, our boy Charles Bassey, we're going to try to bring him back on a big deal. I mean, there's literally no reason not to. $10 million a year. Come on, Charles. Come on, Charles. Yes, Charles. Thank you. Welcome to the Lakers, Charles. All right, backup point guard Javon Carter on a minimum 2-year deal. All right, we got Javon back in the building. Larry Nance, lob threat. Feel like he could go well with Luka. Don't want to pay him too much, though. Yeah, we're going to offer him the minimum. We didn't get him, though. Steven Adams. Weird. This is going to make some of our centers tradable if we can lock in Steven Adams here. He might get worse, but we'll lock him in. Just a flurry of affordable guys. All right, so we're a bit older. We got a lot of role players. Luka somehow is worse at the age of 26. Doesn't make any sense to me, even though he's got green arrows. The rest of the team around Luka right now is a little sus, a little questionable. I ain't gonna lie. We got a lot of figuring out to do around Luka. So here in year 2, I've got Luka Doncic, Devin Vassell, Dalton Connect, Jared Vanderbilt, and Clint Capella. I feel like I really do have my backcourt of Doncic, Vassell, and Connect locked in for the future. Irony of the Anthony Davis trade is he would be the perfect player here to complete the team. Off the bench, we got Bassi, Achua, Finney-Smith, and Carter. I kind of need to get some more backup guard depth. I do have Bronny James, who's probably not going to help at any time soon. I do have Shake Milton, who could be helpful, so I'm going to slot him in. Maybe he can play a little bit here. No, I mean, we definitely have a lot of trades to make, so we're going to simulate to January 1st, see how the team does. I mean, we start out with 2 dubs. We beat the Mavericks. Okay, we're off to a good start. I mean, this is a good, decent team. I mean, I've got shooting in the backcourt. I've got defense in the front court, kind of a good mold to start things out. I'm a little worried about what the ceiling of this team is, and I mean, Capella, Luka, the lob threat combo is pretty solid, but like, I don't know, man. We don't really have that second star. We don't have LeBron James anymore, so we got to figure something out here. I am getting a lot of offers right now for Devin Vassell, so I'm wondering if he can be the framework of a trade I can make to get my superstar like power forward. I think power forward is the position I'd love to get like a big star in. 27-7, pretty good. Yeah, I mean, we are #1 in the West. We buy a couple games over the T-Wolves, but our point differential is amazing. We are just murdering teams. So I'm going to go to the trade deadline, see if we keep rising, if we fall a little bit. I mean, I don't like to move on from a good thing, and it feels like we do have a good thing here. Okay, 41-10. I mean, we're good. We are really good. Everyone who plays as an important is on the team next year or has a team option. Except for Luka, he's got a player option, which he might decline. That'll be scary. But Luka will resign, so we're going to offer him a contract extension right now, and he accepts. So we've got Luka locked in for another 4 years. So honestly, I've got the whole team locked in. We're fine. We are basically just killing everybody we play when we play them. So I don't want to ruin a good thing, but I don't know if we have the juice. I mean, this is just a well-constructed team around like a heliocentric player, but we don't have that second star. We're not going to do a trade deadline move. Because everyone's under contract, I don't feel pressure to like move on from the expiring guys. I feel like we're in a pretty solid place right now. We've also made trades for draft picks so we can make package deals next year. Also, 2 years into the future from when this started, we'll be at a position where we can trade even more future Lakers picks into the future. But maybe we win the title here. Okay, so Luka wins the MVP at 34 points per game, 9 rebounds, 10 assists. Oh, Mavericks, what have you done? Connect wins most improved. He averaged 17 for us. JJ Redick at 66 wins is the coach of the year. Of course, Luka's on that first team like he is every year. Anthony Davis, all NBA first team defense. Okay, we see you, brother. We miss you, brother. Okay, so we've got the Warriors in the first round. They got Stephen Curry still, Andrew Wiggins still. They're not even starting Draymond anymore. I feel like this is quite an easy matchup for us. Simulating the round, and we win in 6. Okay, we've got the Dallas Mavericks, a team that, again, I feel like we have the edge over on this one. I really do. But last year, they took us to 7, so let's see what happens. Game 1, we win in a blowout. Game 2, we win. They win game 3. We win 4, and is this going to be it? That is going to be it. All right, we've got the Timberwolves here. Timberwolves, they've got Anthony Edwards. They've got Bam Adebayo at the 4. Huh? This team can't shoot. McDaniels, Adebayo, Gobert? What a weird squad this is. All right, but I ain't complaining. It's that 2-center cheese that always works in 2K. Let's try to make a game plan to counteract that. Bam Adebayo for Julius Randle. I'm just realizing, like, what world are we living in, bro? I feel like this team, there's huge spacing issues. I'm just basically telling people not to guard 3 of their starters. So I feel like we should win. They have 3 starters that I'm not even guarding, but we're only up 3-2. We're up 4-2. Luka takes us to the finals. We got Cade Cunningham on the other side. Pistons got Duran. They got Asor Thompson. They got Ivy and Cade. Okay. Again, I feel like we should win this series. We take game 1. Boom. 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 Lakers win the chip after LeBron retires. Luka Doncic leads the way. Durant retires. DeRozan retires. Harden retires. George retires. Tobias Harris retires. Why is Tristan Thompson's photo so bright? He retired. And we own the Bulls pick. We have the 5th pick in the draft. Okay, sounds good. When did we get that? Okay, 5th pick in the draft. I feel like guard depth would be pretty nice for us at this point. Gonna take this guy, Jordan Cook. So we ended up with a 76 overall rookie. That's pretty solid. Yeah, so I'm in an interesting spot. I literally have everybody under contract, but I also still have my mid-level exception to go out and try to get more players. I feel like I shouldn't even touch the team. Like, the team is young, the team is good. Only position I feel like we need is really a backup point guard because Javon Carter's a bit old. So Dennis Schroeder on like a 1-year deal. I mean, it's a 1-year deal. I can pay him whatever. Yeah, we get Schroeder. We lose Finney Smith, but honestly, Finney Smith was going to decline. I can honestly try to bring Finney Smith back on a 2-year minimum, and I get him there. Okay, so I didn't lose anybody. Same awesome team, except all of these role players are just getting better and better. Even Bronny James is coming up the depth chart. Dalton Connect's now my second best player. Yeah, Vassell ended up getting stuck at 83. It's all right. This is a team. I mean, it's not the greatest team ever, but it is the type of team that just really complements Luka ball, like Luka's style of basketball. Lob threat, shooting, closeout attackers. It's kind of what a good Luka team looks like. So we built the team in Luka's image. It got us 66 wins the first full year with Luka. Let's see how many he gets us in this year. Same starters as last year. Same bench as last year, except I'm actually going to try to get LeBron James Jr. Oh, damn, Jordan Cook, our other rookie, is good. So same rotation as last year, except Schroeder's playing, and I'm going to let Bronny James get some minutes on the back end. Why not? Finney Smith's kind of the odd man out. Maybe we'll miss having that perimeter guy, but honestly, he's still on the team. I could just play him. I'm going to simulate to the trade deadline. Let's go see if we can get Luka back-to-back rings. Shortly before the trade deadline, we're 42-9. I mean, we're just an amazing team once again. And once again, we are just pacing our conference. Although the Dallas Mavericks, of course, the Dallas Mavericks are close to us. We're going to have to defeat the bad man one more time. I mean, Anthony Davis, I know people are acting like the Lakers traded nothing for Luka, and I do think it was a lopsided trade, but Anthony Davis is really freaking good, man. I mean, Anthony Davis in this new JJ Redick offense, I can't even say in real life. In real life, he's not a Laker anymore. It feels so weird to say that. It literally feels like a fantasy trade. Anthony Davis is a stud, and he is only going to be 33 at 2 years in the future. Like, Anthony Davis is going to be a very good player for a long time. So it's not like the Mavericks got nothing. I don't like when people say they got nothing. Obviously, I still think it's a lopsided trade, but this is what this Mavs team could look like in 2 years, which is not bad, honestly. Like, Lively getting better. I don't know if Lively's ever going to be like an 88 overall quality type guy, but you never know. I'm a little worried about that Mavs team, so I kind of feel like we might need to make a move because their size scares me. I kind of want like a more proper 4, someone who can kind of actually go toe-to-toe with Anthony Davis if we need him to. Problem is, I don't really want to do the big superstar trade. I don't want to move off of Connect. I mean, Vassell is probably my trade piece to move off of here, and I feel like I can maybe replace Vassell. I mean, I have all these guards, but they're all point guards. Like, I don't really want to start Bronny James. I don't really want to start the rookie, but it could be worse. You know what? We're the best team. That Mavs team does scare me, but maybe we'll see them in the conference finals. Maybe they'll lose before they catch us. If they're the 2 seed, we won't have to see them for 3 rounds. So, and we do have a better record than them, so I shouldn't act scared. And wow, we won 70 games, 70-12. Another MVP for Luka, 31-9-10. I mean, I love that. JJ, the coach of the year again at 70-12. How could he not be? I'm the executive of the year. Why do I look like I'm so cold in this photo? It's kind of strange. All right, Luka first team, of course. Nice balanced scoring from our team. Connect second in scoring. Vassell third. Schroeder manning the bench at 13 a game. I mean, just a well-balanced team. Bronny James averaging 5 points a game. Okay, not shooting the ball well. That's to be expected. Here we go. Round 1 against OKC. Why does 2K hate OKC? They never seem to win the championship when I simulate these seasons. But this OKC team is unbelievably good. If this was a real-life matchup, I would pick that OKC team in this fictional world we're living in right now, where Luka Doncic is a Laker and we have 70 wins. I gotta pick us, and we win in 6 going against the Spurs. Victor, Jimmy, Damian Lillard, and Stephon Castle. What a crazy team. 82 overall Jimmy, though. Very strange team. They beat us in game 1 in LA. We take game 2 back from them. They take game 3. We take 4. They got 5. We got 6. It goes to a 7. Wow, I would not want to play a Victor Wembanyama in a game 7, but you know what? How it goes sometimes, you got to play against, I mean, that's how it goes every time. If you go to game 7 of a round 2 series, it means there's a really good player on the other team. What am I saying? That's not how it goes sometimes. That's how it goes all of the time. And all of the time we pull out these game 7s. That's our third one of the video. We do avoid the Dallas Mavericks. Minnesota T-Wolves. They've traded Bam for Siakam. Gobert is an 81 overall at this point. He's a lower rated player than Capella. Do I need to change a lot here about my game plan? I feel like we kind of handled them last round. We take game 1. 2. 3. Sweep. All right. Brooklyn Nets. I feel like Brooklyn, Cam Thomas. I mean, they got D'Lo, Laker revenge, Cam Thomas. They got Nick Claxton. This team is horrendous, my guys. Horrible. and they smoke us in game 1. We smoke them in game 2. They smoke us in game 3. We smoke them. It's been all blowouts. We take that, and I think we're going back to back. Luka Doncic, 2 titles in a row. Surely in his prime, 36 points per game. If you guys enjoyed this rebuild, click over here to watch my Charlotte Hornets rebuild. That was a lot of fun. We got LaMelo his first ring, potentially. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.